This is another MyView TV exclusive. Please remember to hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in your cheer for me. Everything what you see up, my natural talent. Let me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple, man.
One my people, hope everybody doing okay, hope everybody doing alright. Let me tell you something. See, in life, you cannot outrun your past and you cannot outrun time. No matter what you do, your judgment shall be handed down unto you. Yeah, man. And sometimes themselves, you know, catch you, it'll catch somebody in your family and you pity them. And we don't really want that for them, you know. Because anything you do, me think you supposed to bear the consequences. Yeah, man. You supposed to face the music yourself. Them always tell you about a fool and his money. So let me tell you about this fool, you know, and fee money. Supreme Court yesterday morning heard allegation that popular businessman Everton Beachy Stout McDonald paid a police detective to plan the killing of his first wife in 2009. You see how long that? You know see how long the police them have this cold case. If this girl had never dead, you know the police them probably that sweep this under the mat. But we're glad. Said the police then bring up what this one. McDonald was appearing in court for the first time since Monday when he was charged in what has become a cold case. He has been remanded until March 22nd when he is to appear for a bail hearing. Let me tell you something. Don't care him for no bail hearing. People like this don't forget no bail hearing. He was appearing in court via Zoom before Justice Vinette Graham Allen. McDonald is also on criminal charges for the August 2020 murder of his second wife, Tonya. Yesterday morning, prosecutors said that more than 10 years ago, Beachy Stout paid a detective to orchestrate the murder of Marlene McDonald after their marriage broke down. So them make you know said 2 years before her death, so in 2007, she come out of them home, the marriage home, and the two of them they have just decided that she'll leave because the marriage broke down. The deceased was shot and killed at her home on the night of May 2nd, 2009, shot after leaving her business space. Meanwhile, in relation to the second wife, Tony Ann McDonald, the businessman is charged with conspiracy to murder. Tony Ann partially burned body was found with throat slash beside her burnt car along the Sherwood Forest main road in Portland last July. This goes to show that no matter how much money you have, you still can be a fool with your money. Because Beachy could have got some woman and get any other local young girl in the district. Why am I have to kill the two women them? Why? Or why am I have to pay to get these things done? People open the eye and look what go on. Anyhow, one normal little man, this now, a little average man, a little average Joe, me I tell you, say the police them would even go for man can't be and buy. Police them would have slap him and say, watch out. You want slap a two woman? Dead. But so when money involved and them thing and the police them know, who say them catch this detective and we give them all this information, you know. Them need to catch him. Right now we're going to town people, because I'm telling you something. Sometimes we have to stop this to people and people are telling us this are going on and that are going on. No fool, no self. Remember the police them have done the cover and the police them know what going on for the grounds, man. The police them know all of what going on for the grounds and the people, the market people, them call and tell us, yo, when they come buy the goods them because the bad man them not some regular people, hardworking people who come to market come buy goods and people who mix up. And you know, so once the people who mix up, we know who come tell us, say, what really are going down there. Let me link up my friend. All I'm saying, I can get up on the phone because a long time I don't hear from her. 1 second.
We saw the voice notes and we, when we heard the voice notes, we saw different things going around in social media. But I think that was a strategy on the part of the criminal network to create panic and fear among the people who occupy the downtown space. What we know as a fact that for the past couple of weeks, there has been an ongoing gang feud between different factions, some of it inter-gang conflict. It spans 3 divisions in some instances, so you'll see aspect of St. Andrews South, a lot of it in Kingston Western Division and Kingston Central. That has resulted in a number of shootings and deaths, so already there's a lot of tension in the community. I think persons, so we saw the tit for tat. And this is most of the gang conflict is between the young generation gang of Tivoli and a gang and the Denham Town, some other gangs in Denham Town. And what the investigation has shown so far, that the main reason behind the gang conflict is really to dominate the turf because of the proceed from, say, things like extortion. So there are different gangs and groups are fighting for the same space and the same resources from the criminal network. So that has resulted in a serious conflict. However, I think the fear level went up on the weekend when one of the person who is said to be a strong influencer in one of the gangs, he was killed. I think he goes by the alias Harry Dog. So I believe that the community itself, understanding pretty much how these gangsters operate, they believe in reprisal. They usually don't wait for the formal justice system to work. They reprisal. So I think they themselves were anticipating reprisal. However, we have been in this space for a couple of weeks now. Prior to we have the JCF, and we have moved additional resources, and that was in place from Sunday, because we, with our intelligence, we also anticipated that there could be problems, so we had systems in place to prevent that from happening. There were some very strategic deployment of assets to ensure that persons were able to go about their business with as little interference as possible. The citizens themselves, they sought to find their own unique ways of making themselves a little safer. So when you go into the communities, you will see they block some of the streets and they remain pretty much indoors. So you will not see the usual hustle and bustle of citizens moving around, because they themselves are somewhat fearful. But I think they feel more reassured when we have the police. So what we actually put in place was a reassuring presence of the security forces in the wider space to prevent an escalation or to prevent the continuation of what was happening. So when we saw the things started going out yesterday, and we made contact with the local commanders, and they're saying that nothing is happening like what they're seeing. It's just a normal thing. Persons went about their business downtown. Businesses were open. There were no businesses that were prevented from opening because they were threatened by criminals. So all that turned out to be mischief. And we believe that it was a strategy by the criminal network to drive fear and panic among the society.
What I'm saying right now, the people need to come out, put out your stuff, and let this thing keep going, right? We ain't need this news to spread that things been down, things been round, and whatever, right? That's a fake news, right?
You know, say somebody I did we laugh right now, but I don't want nobody laugh. Me I beg you, no, don't laugh. Me do all and laugh in phone. The Giant and tourists say, yo, down there is safe. Oh, no, listen, Stephanie just a whole heap of something, and she make you know, say, watch out, man. And them people that give you all that trouble, so we know them. Them know them. Them know the two warring friction. And I will say, we see the text, I will see whole heap of images. And people are showing this and that all over the place. And me a pen with the man them go back and I say, yo, this I don't turn, you know, when I up me a pen a long time where the way that go on, and the man them go rob the China man them place and the whole heap of shot that bus. Me tell you something. And everybody showing everything when if you believe. When I'm not up on the ground, I know where I go on the ground. As what the ladies say.
People come on and say, people say pack up from man, and then say police say pack up.
And when I down there Sunday, I heard somebody call me and say, man dead uptown, you know, downtown in Coronation Market. And I say, what going on? Say gunshot. And when I read down the bus terminus this morning, I hear people say then that coming up here, everybody taking away themselves, but they are afraid.
And for me personally, I remember that incursion 2010 is we hearsay to leave out because they are going to have a reprisal of doodles being taken away from what.
Me not go tell me say down a market safe. Me not ever tell uno that. Unless the people them have safe. Uno want go down and go buy anything uno can buy it. Remember you know, if a onion a sell down a market for $200 a pound, you can get nice one market for $300. Just buy it for $300 cause gas money and bus you probably just carry it up back to the same 3 bills. I'm just saying. So he that have ears to ears at them here, who want go down there can go. Them not really trouble. Hard-working people still are criminals like themselves, them are dash way. I'm glad when them are dash way criminals like themselves. Tell a friend to come and check us out. Alright, my people?